Welcome to Daily Dose of Hope for Friday, January 8th. Hope you're having a good day. We're going to talk on Fridays, as we always do, about practical ways to put into practice what we learned this week about honesty. So Troy,
Bill, let me just say, you are a very practical kind of guy.
I don't know where you get that, but I appreciate the compliment. So how can our friends put into practical use daily this concept of honesty and being honest?
I've got for you today, Bill, the ABCs of honesty.
Okay.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Profound.
Exactly. And A is the first one. That's why they call it the ABCs. Bill.
I gotcha.
So A is always honest. Remember, if you ever forget anything else, don't forget this. Secrecy kills, honesty heals. There's never a wrong time to be honest, and there's never a good time to lie, even on a little thing. Always honest.
Yeah, it's a good word. Would it be fair to say that a good way to put that into practical daily exercise is to ask yourself every day, is there something in my heart that I'm reluctant to talk about?
I think it's a great question, Bill, and I think if we would ask that question, I think we'd be better off, and this would be an important thing.
What do you say? Let's do that. What's B?
Okay, B is be authentic. And here's what I mean by that. You know, I want to know you. I want to know what's going on inside of you. Yes, your behaviors are important, but what matters far more to me than your behaviors is your heart. And by authentic, I mean open up and talk about your heart, not just your behaviors. So when you're being honest, you're not just confessing your behaviors, but you're talking about the underlying heart issues that are there. Yes, you may have stepped across a line this week, but why did you step across that line? What was going on inside of your heart during that time? That is a far better way to be honest than this simply recounting behaviors.
So practically, and this can just be a reminder for you because it should be in your toolbox to live every day practicing our IFABs. I feel about because.
You know, if we would talk about when we're doing accountability and confessing to one another, if we would focus more on IFABs and less on information and data, change our lives.
And finally, your grade point average, talk about the C's.
The C's, concentric circles. You know, if we have these concentric circles on the middle, I've got a core group of guys. It may just be 2 or 3, but those guys I am honest with about everything. And then out from there, I've got this really important group. Maybe my spouse is in there. Maybe some coworkers are in there, but there's this really group of important people. And I'm going to be honest with them, but with maybe a little less specificity than this group. And then there's this larger group of people I interact with in general in life, and I'm going to be authentic towards them. I'm not going to pretend that I don't have issues. I'm not going to pretend I have my act together. And if I have that lifestyle of authenticity and that lifestyle of honesty, the impact on my life and the impact on others is powerful.
I feel that sense of freedom even as you're saying that. So practically for me, what I've done is you got to plan this ahead of time. You got to have it written down. Have it in your phone. Who am I going to go to in a moment when something happens? This, that, and the other. You've got to have written down and planned ahead. So do that if you don't have it. Make a list. Draw the circles you're talking about. Fill it in and have your battle plan ready to go.
Absolutely. I love it, Bill. I think the ABCs of honesty will help us as we move forward for another week, our first week of a new year, 2021.
We love you guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.